What up, what up, what up, y'all? It's your boy Richie Sky. We are back in the building. Y'all know what's up. Let me know where you guys are watching from in the chatterization. Let me know what's going on in the chatterization. Let me know where you guys are watching from. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, listen, I don't even know what you're waiting on. You know what I'm saying? I'm like literally, I'm trying to figure it out. Like, what are you waiting for? I'm just trying to send a message to the texting community real quick to let them know that we jumping onto the line. Let them know. Gotta let them know we jumping onto the line today, y'all. Give me 1 second. We about to get up in here and discuss some things. We got a couple of things to discuss today. We're going to be talking about another Tamar Braxton update. TOWANDA, okay, has given us an update from the family, okay? Then we have some more information on that good DRAYA, Michelle, and Megan Thee Stallion. And then we're going to be discussing just a little bit of information that I got about an Empire spinoff. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and get down into the nitty gritty. Where are my people at? I see y'all in the house. I see y'all in the house today. Y'all see this Gray come in? I'm real disappointed in myself at this Gray coming in like this, surprising me, taking me by surprise and overwhelming me. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have to get that good diarization and do a little slick down on that. Now, we ain't talking about no Beijing. I'm saying, you know, I'm talking about that just for men. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's go ahead and get down into the thing. Now, first things first. Y'all know one of the things I've really enjoyed doing as we've been doing these lives, I like the lives better than my recorded videos, to be quite honest with y'all. Like, I like the dynamic, you know what I'm saying? I like the interplay. I like the exchange. I like reading y'all comments. I like being here real time with y'all. Y'all know what I'm saying? It feels just much better. But anyway, I ain't gonna hold it up because somebody gonna watch this later and be like, why he talking so much? Anyway, one of the things I wanted to tell y'all was that I really enjoy being able to share little bits of good news with you guys. And so one of the things that I wanted to share with you guys was this piece of information that I just came across, okay? And so thanks to our good friends over at the Neighborhood Talk, Kyle and all them, you know what I'm saying? We just got the update that, okay, Star was canceled, and then Empire was canceled at the end as well, too. So, well, the season was cut short, okay? But it looks like Cookie is rising from the ashes because they might be doing a spinoff based on her character, okay? Now, this is according to Variety. Taraji P. Henson is developing a spinoff series centered around her iconic Empire character, Cookie Lyon. The actress signed a 2-year first deal look with the show's producer, 20th Century Fox, okay? No details about the show as of yet, okay? And what's next for Cookie? And she launching her own production company, TPH Entertainment. So shout out to Taraji P. Henson for landing that good old deal. Now, I'm going to go ahead and be honest with you guys. I had stopped watching that good Empire. I don't even know when the last time I saw it. I think it was when Alicia Keys came on there. It just went in a direction that I just was like, I don't know what's going on here. And honestly, I feel like the best character at this point in time to focus on would definitely be Cookie anyway, because honestly, she was really the only reason why I was tuning in. The rest of them people, well, some of them, okay, some of them, namely 2, have gotten into so much trouble ever since, you know, the show started, what I feel like was on a slight decline anyway, that they were tarnishing the reputation of the show. You don't understand what I'm saying? So it's nice to see Taraji being able to kind of separate herself from the drama, but still keep her established character, because I feel like it's so iconic and that almost sometimes I can't look past seeing her in anything else but Cookie. She is Cookie Lyon, and Cookie Lyon at this point in time is an iconic character. And so for me, I am definitely 100% here for it. Let me see in the chatterization. Are you here for a Cookie Lyon spinoff? Just give me a yes or a no in the good chatterization, okay? Let me see it in the good chatterization before we move on. I just want to know what y'all think about the situation. You know what I'm saying? because I, for one, am happy. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see it. You know, I want to see more of it. And if they show it on TV, now y'all know I don't typically talk about scripted television shows on this channel because there's something about reality TV that I just love. It's just down in my spirit. It's in my bones. But you know, I think if she was doing this on her own and they developed a whole new character and we got, well, and they developed this character more and brought in new actors and new actresses and new surroundings, I'm here for it. And I see a lot of y'all are here for it as well. Vanessa says that's the only way I see her. Vanessa, me too, okay? Mr. Will Black says yes. Keisha Bellamy says I love it. Denitra Therapy says DMV love. Okay, and let's keep it moving, okay? Let's move on to the next topic, okay? We got a couple of more things that we need to discuss. Now, let's go ahead and get right on into it, okay? So your girl DRAYA is back with another apology, okay? Now, I told you guys yesterday what happened in a late evening live that DRAYA was currently being dragged at the time by Megan Thee Stallion because, you know, DRAYA had appeared on the Wine and Weed podcast, and she was basically sort of joking about how she wanted somebody to do to her what Tory Lanez allegedly did to Megan Thee Stallion, i.e. shoot her in the foot, okay, because she got out of the car. So DRAYA was basically joking around and saying something to the effect of, yeah, I wish I had somebody to do that for me, you know, love me deeply enough that they would want to shoot me if I'm trying to leave them too. And so people went off on that in the comment section or on Instagram and everywhere else because they just felt like, you know, DRAYA was too old to be, you know, making these type of crazy comments and stuff like that and putting herself in a position to where now she's having to defend herself, you know, and honestly, she's coming at somebody and making light of a situation that that really shouldn't be made light of. And I think a lot of people were really offended because DRAYA is a woman and they felt like coming from another woman, that's not what people wanted to see. Anyway, DRAYA comes back with a new apology and she says this: I just want to take a minute to address victims of domestic instances and abuse of any kind and just overall humans. I was wrong to insinuate that there is room for instances like that in loving relationships or in any relationship for that matter. I was wrong to try to find humor or make light of the situation and understand that my joking nature was damaging and hurtful. It was poor judgment and I regret it deeply. This is a sincere apology from me to everyone. It is always my intention to uplift women and especially Black women through my platforms, my businesses, and my words. Okay, so what I want to know from you guys is, you know, the first question that I have to ask for you guys is, do you feel that this was a genuine apology? Give me a yes in the chatterization or a no in the chat. Just give me your thoughts. Give me a yes or no. Does this seem like a sincere apology to with regards to the situation? Give me a yes or a no. Jaden's Place says it sounds like BS to me. Ramal Vick says yes. LaKoya says no. Tamara Michelle says DRAYA is the pick me type. Jenny J says no. Deandra Reese says yes. Talisa Dabney says no. Lynn Sutton says no. Shonda P says no. You know, it's interesting to me. Shayna Johnson says the jury is still out. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and give her a pass on this one. Here's the reason why I say that. Because I just feel like I think she made a critical error in judgment. She's definitely, again, too old to be making these types of comments and statements and such. And so I feel like, you know, my hope is that she learned her lesson, especially after Megan got into that anus, you know what I'm saying? Megan tore into her and really let her know that it's not okay for her to be joking around like this. You know, I'm gonna give her the pass on it, and I'm gonna let it go because I feel like I can appreciate the apology, whether it was written by her or her publicist. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it moving because we got bigger things, we got bigger fish to fry. And namely, let's talk about this. Okay, so if we're gonna be coming in on that good DRAYA, we need to be coming in on people like Cameron and 50 Cent. Now, when I was younger, you know, and I'm like a hip hop head when I was younger, you know what I'm saying? I was like a Cameron fan, like hardcore. And if you guys are into hip hop, you know who Cameron is. And for him to say something like this and to sort of insinuate, you know, what he's trying to insinuate about Megan and the situation, I just feel like, you know, if you really want to hold people accountable, we have to hold people like 50 Cent and Cameron accountable, because I feel like to make light of these situations and to joke about it in this way, I just feel like it's completely inappropriate. And I feel like these are the types of people that, you know, on the one hand, I feel like I'm going to ignore this because it's just not even worth my time. But I'm just kind of like, you know what? We gotta stop this. We gotta stop saying stuff like this, because what it does is it allows other guys who look up to Cameron and 50 to think that they can also too joke about a situation that is absolutely not funny in this way. It's like, I get it. You saw something that you thought was hilarious online, so why would you decide to post this? And so people have been dragging him left and right as well. They should. And I'm just like, bro, now this is the type of statement that needs to be apologized for. This is the type of thing that needs to be answered for. And I just, you know, I hate when I see stuff like this, especially from, you know, Cameron at this point in time is a grown man. So I'm just surprised that he's even interjecting in this way outside of talking about it in like a, yo, what's going on here type of situation. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he should be condemning any type of behavior or any type of instances like this against women, especially Black women, and to make light of it and to joke about it in this way, to me, is just utterly disgusting. And it disappoints me. And I'm like, bro, come on, Cameron. I'm a fan. So I don't even understand, you know, what this whole situation is supposed to give. But I feel like these are the people that we need to really hold accountable. DRAYA, I do believe she made a mistake, and I don't think it's funny, but I'm just like, yo, like what's really going on here? What are we doing right now? It just disappoints me in so many ways, but I'm gonna go ahead and let that situation go because I really want to move the focus on over to that good Tamar Braxton. Now, with regards to Tamar, here is what's going on. Now, you guys may remember yesterday in our video, we talked about how Tamar had, you know, we know what's going on with her. We know that she was hospitalized. We know about the 911 call. And we know about David, you know, her boyfriend, basically sort of insinuating that this all stemmed from something that happened with WeTV and Tamar, right? We all know that. And we do know that there has been some bad blood between Tamar and the network, okay? And we also asked the question whether or not Tamar should, whether or not the show should be pushed back or canceled altogether in light of the things that Tamar is experiencing. So there was a story that came out yesterday in TMZ wherein TMZ was claiming that the family members were confused about why David was mentioning WeTV during the 911 call. Like, why was he even bringing that up? They, you know, the story went that they saw it odd. And to be quite honest with you, I found it odd too. And I know that a lot of other people who are in the industry found it odd as well. And I've just heard things in the industry just about, you know, whether, I mean, people have been, I guess, questioning his intentions toward her, and rightly so. And let me tell you why. I think people question it because they want to see Tamar do well. They want to see her win. She's been through so much in the past couple of, you know, years that we kind of want to see her live that happily ever after type situation. Well, we finally got some word from that good Tawanda Braxton, one of the Braxton sisters herself, who posted on her IG story. She said, TMZ TV, please stop having people speak on behalf of the family. She says, not one person from the family has spoken. Be careful what you put out at TMZ TV. Stop spreading lies. I'm speaking on behalf of the family. So we're finally getting an idea of what is really going on behind the scenes. And I feel like we need to hear more from the family members themselves when there are updates, because otherwise someone is reaching out to TMZ. Someone is reaching out to these media outlets, because otherwise, how are we getting this information? Like, how are we getting info? Like, of course, we got the 911 call because that was publicized, right? But how are we getting all of these other intimate details about how she was shocked about, you know, the trailer coming out, or how David apparently didn't like his portrayal in the show? How did we get the text message that was allegedly from Tamar to her family members indicating that she wanted to end it all? How did we get all this information if someone in the circle is not talking? Now, maybe it's not necessarily the sisters who are talking, but somebody in the inner circle is talking. There is a leak within the circle. There's a snitcherization within the circle. So ultimately, until they figure out who the leak is and they plug it on up, somebody out there is going to continue to keep spreading the news. So who is it? Okay. Yes, she's screaming, David, no. That's why Tommy Bice says never trusted him, right? Okay, so we have those types of situations going on where we're like, okay, something is happening here in this situation that's just not right. And even if, and notice this, what I will say is this too. Notice she didn't really deny technically those aspects of the story, but what she did was she said, stop spreading lies. So we don't know which part of the TMZ story was lies, but what we do know is that from what we can glean, something is not right about this situation. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's him, and I'm not trying to speak bad on him, because I thought when he first came on the scene, and this is just me, and let me know how y'all feel about this. When he first came on the scene, I was like, okay, he's going to be good for Tamar. Like, he is going to, he's going to rein her in when she needs to be reined in, but he's going to love her right when she needs to be loved. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just kind of trying to figure out, where did it all go wrong? You know what I mean? Like, where along the way did it all go wrong? And why, for the love of God, does she keep on doing these weak TV shows? Okay, listen. It's so many ways to make some money out here. It is so many ways to make some money, and I just don't know. And my question is, was she still under contract with them? Is that why she did this show, or what? Because to me, it seems like this. You have already been able to see that for whatever reason, the network and you don't work well together. Okay. For whatever reason, it just don't work well. But the network, for whatever reason, seems to be able to work through whatever the differences are, because they know that they're going to still be able to get what they want out of her. And what I always talk about is, on this channel, is we have typically two types of people on reality shows. Okay, we talk about the antagonist and the protagonist, but we can also look at these two types of people as the instigator and the reactor, right? And to me, Tamar seems to be very much of a reactor. Who else would I consider a reactor? I think Nene is a reactor. And what I mean by that is, I feel like sometimes maybe production and the networks know that they can push those buttons and they can get a reaction from those people, because those reactors have always given them a specific reaction. They know that they're going to get blow-ups. They know that they're going to get sound bites. They know that they're going to get those wild, chaotic moments from them. And that's ultimately, when we watch the shows, we love it. But for the person, it's probably damaging to their mental. You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody kept pushing your buttons, especially if it was somebody in the powers that be, if they were pushing their buttons, then at the end of the day, at a certain point in time, you're gonna start getting. Think about it in your real life. In your real life, okay. Let's talk about it like this. Let's be real, right? Let's be real. Let's say you got somebody in your life that is constantly pushing your buttons, that's constantly like irking your last nerves, that's constantly you feel like they coming at you and shading you and doing all kinds of things. How long is it, before you snap, okay, and break bad on them, or feel like, yo, I can't even be around this situation no more because it becomes toxic to my mental sanity? How many of you guys have been in friendships or relationships like that where a person just felt, you just kind of felt like, yo, like, why are you always coming at me? Like, why are you always doing something crazy? You might have had a boss like that. You might have had a parent like that, a girlfriend, a boyfriend, a brother, a sister. And at a certain point in time, you had to realize to yourself, like, yo, me even just being in your space is toxic for me. So I gotta bounce. I don't understand why it hasn't seemed, I mean, for me, I don't know. I'm not in the room when they're doing the contracts, but I feel like with Tamar, it's like, yo, let me bounce from this situation. Cause this situation, I don't even care how much money it is anymore. It's not worth the mental stress and anxiety that you guys are putting me through for me to continue to A, make money for y'all, and then B, continue to have to go through this season after season after season and year after year after year. And now I'm going to therapy because I'm shook. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really understand. I don't know. I don't know why she continues to keep doing it. You know, I feel like I want her to almost just take a break from, like, you know, the public eye for about a year, you know, and I feel like this would honestly be the best time to go make an album. And I know that probably sounds insincere, but just hear me out what I'm saying. I feel like sometimes music is the best therapy, right? Music for a lot of people is the best therapy. Now let's take a look historically at like an artist like Mary J. Blige. Let's take it all the way back to my life. Now y'all know to this day, argue with me if you want to, that My Life is probably Mary's best album. Give me an amen if you feel what I'm saying on this. Y'all know all the pain that she was going through when she was in that relationship with that dude from Jodeci. I ain't gonna even call him by his name, but all that stuff that she went through, and she put that thing in that music. And do you know the musical, just the goodness that came out of that album? You understand what I'm saying? And I guess what I want Tamar to do is use this pain to fuel whatever her next musical project is, because I feel like that is going to be the project that really elevates her beyond anything she's done, even since Love and War. Okay? That's what I feel personally. And I think that, you know, she has the material to work with. And I feel like don't do no interviews about it. Just put all of that stuff in your music and let everybody figure it out from there. You know what I'm saying? Keep your private life private. Get off these internets. If you ain't going back to the Real or to some talk show, you know, to where you can actually be a host on that show, don't go on, don't do no interviews, don't do nothing. Put it all up in that music. You know what I'm saying? That's just my thoughts about it. Literally, it just came to me just now as we was going through this whole story and trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's it. Kathy B says they had an argument. LS says I concur, put it in a song. Liv Doss says right. Lisa Simmons says, oh man. My bad, y'all. I went off on a whole tangent, but I was literally like, I'm gonna tell y'all, when I get on these lives, I be in the spirit. That's an interesting observation right there. Girl, listen. So, I mean, we'll have to wait and see what happens with this whole situation and see how it plays out. Again, what we do know is, and I saw a great post. Extreme Diva says, true, money isn't worth my sanity. It is not. You know, I know a lot of us have come from situations. I'm gonna just be real with y'all. I've come from the situation like when I was in LA, you know, being like working in the industry, but being drop dead broke, right? Definitely. And what you kind of almost develop this mentality like, oh my God, I will never be broke again. But now coming out of that situation and being in another space, you know, what I've come to realize is, yo, all money ain't good money. Okay, there's that. All money ain't good money. and money is definitely not worth my sanity, okay? Definitely not worth my sanity. So, you know, but anyway, I just wanted to bring y'all these 3 stories because they were popping off today. I need to go back and I'm going to try to do a review on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills on my Unfiltered channel, because that's kind of more like a podcast channel where I just, you know, kind of talk about things that I want to talk about. I keep most of the really, really important stuff here on this channel. Listen, guys, if you want to keep up with everything that we're doing, just join the texting community so that I can shoot you guys a text message when we, you know, come out with new content. I literally try to send it when I'm sitting here putting all my graphics and stuff like that in. I will send a text message to the group to let you guys. Wait, Trina says Richie sounds like DJ Envy when he talking stuttering through words. Listen, my dad used to stutter. I can't help it. Like when I get excited, I just let it roll. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. I really do. Kanye has an album coming out. Oh yes. We're gonna talk about that too when it comes out. You know, I'm gonna download that thing and we're gonna talk about it. You know, hopefully it's all worth it. So anyway, I want to tell you guys, thank you so much for chiming into the chat. I really appreciate you. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. You can join the texting community so I can send you text alerts. And y'all know what's up. I love y'all. Trina, I didn't take it with any offense, girl. I love you. But yeah, so keep it locked to the channel. I love y'all, and I will see you guys in the next video.